I'm Priya B., your friendly neighborhood life coach, and welcome to Midnight Musings. As you can tell, it's midnight, and I'm at my desk musing, having stayed up just a little bit later than normal after work. And, during this time, I like to give some thought about what is life, what are the things that are important to me, and I like to also reflect on my role as life coach to my client. Tonight is as good a night as any for us to reflect together upon what is the inner child and how one can come to identify and accept the role of the inner child in one's own life. And finally, how one can even embrace the inner child in order to enhance one's ability to live with intentionality. Now, when I use the term inner child, what exactly am I referring to? I'm really referring to nothing more than the role and impact of old data, such as memories, beliefs, habits, and reflexes that dwell in your unconscious mind and even within your body. These are formed and shaped during your formative childhood and adolescence years. Now, these are formed from your experiences with the physical world, during, play, during maybe some accidents you may have experienced, during falls and other such physical experiences. They're also formed in your interactions with all the authority figures in your life when you were growing up, such as teachers or parents or other such relatives. And, these are the kind of situations that shape the wiring in your forming brain, your emerging brain, and in your body as a young child. Now, today, you are a fully functioning and established adult, and you're equipped with confidence and capabilities that education and experience have gifted you. But the inner child still lives on within you and plays an important role in your day-to-day life, even as I'm speaking right now. Sometimes the impact of the inner child or the old circuitry within you can be positive in the form of giving you powerful, inexplicable flashes of intuition or emotion or motivation that gets you to sidestep a moving car just in time, or to come up with a completely inspired and out of the blue moment of creativity or intuition that, leads to a huge breakthrough at work and gets you your accolades of being an out of the box thinker. These are examples of positive impacts that the inner child can bring to your day-to-day functioning. But sometimes the impact can also be negative. For example, when you suddenly find yourself getting an inconvenient belly ache right before you have to address an important board meeting as MD of your company, or perhaps a flash of reactive and surprising anger, surprising even for you, at a traffic cop, which leads to, unnecessary and completely avoidable trouble with the law, which can ruin your day. A simpler way to put it, just remember your childhood self who felt blind terror when maybe, for example, his pretty classmate embarrassed him in front of class with a taunt. Or, you can remember yourself as, your childhood self who threw up on her math paper because instead of studying for the math paper the night before, she gave in to temptation like any other little kid would and sat up all night reading her new comic book gifted to her by her best friend. Now, that little child, that scared little child, never quite left the building. He or she goes on radiating out throughout your brain and your body to all your key organs, such as your stomach, your larynx, your skin, your heart, to key producers in your body of your stress hormones and enzymes, and also to your immune system. After all, was it really a coincidence that every year, just before you had to do your taxes, your immunity would betray you and you would fall ill with the seasonal flu in a cyclical fashion every year? You could either call it a coincidence, or perhaps it was your inner child, terrified of the overwhelming task of filing your tax returns and tugging at your sleeve invisibly, trying to get you to, take to bed, get the pampering that comes with falling ill with the flu. It is your inner child calling for attention and protection at a moment of terror. Sometimes the easiest way to deal with these situations is to simply understand the language with which you can communicate with your inner child. It could be something as simple as gently taking him or her by the hand, giving it a reassuring pat on the hand, or, using the tonality of your adult voice, lowering it as if talking to a child who's in front of you and addressing yourself. Hey, I've got this. You don't have to be scared. Adult Priya is here. Adult Venkatesh is here. Adult Alan is here. Adult Marie is here. I'm here to take care of you. Little Priya, little Alan, little Marie. Don't worry, I've got this. Right? Sometimes that's all it takes to let your inner child know that it's okay to let go. The adult version of you has got this. So the tonality of your voice, doing something as simple as stroking your forehead, because, this is something I learned from a friend who specializes in meditation and, in pranayama. Something as simple as stroking your fingers across your head could be, it's an echo of a loving parent stroking their fingers across your childish head when you were young to calm you, to let you know that the day's work is done and it's time to sleep and rest and dream. Imagine doing that to yourself. That is the language with which you can communicate with your inner child and allow it to relax and let you focus on tasks with your adult capabilities and with full clarity of thought and intention. So, you can take this process further, of course, by going to a trained life coach, a qualified therapist, and exploring the correct application of neuro-linguistic programming. There's so many tools in NLP that can help you achieve a productive relationship with your own inner child, and so many other effective approaches at your disposal these days, where one can explore and further understand the power of reparenting yourself as and when you need to in order to enhance your satisfaction with your present and with your future. Now, after this video, I'm planning to leave you with a little surprise. You're going to find a simple but powerful affirmation track, not very long, which, here are the instructions. You just have to play it on a low, barely audible loop, and play it during your day-to-day chores or when you're engrossed with any relaxing activity that you might have. And this track will be detected initially by a logical, more conscious and aware mind. But as you continue to play it on a loop, you're going to cease to consciously notice it as much, and it'll soon start to address your subconscious mind instead, well beyond your immediate awareness. And that is the sweet spot where this affirmation track can do its best work. If you follow this for an hour a day, and you just have to patiently wait for the results to manifest with repeated exposure to this affirmation track on a daily basis, you'll find the after effects manifest ever so gently in your life, in the quieter way that you find yourself suddenly accepting difficult situations that you might encounter, in your gentler reactions to triggers that once provoked you into frenzies of anxiety or impatience, or in your increasing levels of self-awareness and self-love. Your inner child was always yours to pamper and protect. And in return, your inner child will help keep you intuitive, creative, and in flow, and will help you to stay intentional forever. I will release this track as a separate YouTube feed in order for you to experience it as a ceaseless loop for your own use. Take care and enjoy the track. Bye. I hold my hand always. I am with me always. I watch over me always. I encourage me always. I value me always. I am me always. I release me always. I am me always. I value me always. I encourage me always. I watch over me always. I am with me always. I hold my hand always. I keep me safe always. I hold my hand always. I am with me always. I watch over me always.